Hi, this is Tennille King, and I want to show you how to use Complete Studio Manager for Bento to create a P&L or a profit and loss report. You can do these monthly, quarterly, annually. Annually is obviously the best one for your Schedule C form when you're filing your taxes with the IRS. Your accountant would probably love you if you turned it in as simple and ready to go with all of your receipts and information. So what I'd like to do is show you the P&L report that I included with this template and show you how to pull information from CSM for Bento to fill that out. So I already have a PDF created for you. And if you want to change any of the categories that I've included, it is here in spreadsheet format that you can go in. If you like the accounts that I've already created in Bento, those accounts are here and ready on the PDF format for you. So let's see here. Pull this over. So your profit and loss statement basically shows you income expenses for any time period. And as I mentioned, I like to look at these monthly, I like to review them quarterly, and then I like to have them annually. And it just helps me kind of analyze what's going on with my business, where is my income coming from, where are my expenses going out, and how profitable am I each month, each quarter, each year. Just helps you analyze. But most important and most often, we're going to use this for an annual profit and loss statement to fill out that Schedule C come tax time. So that's the example I'll show you here. We'll first start out with income, and you'll see that gross sales are made up of 3 different areas that I've chosen to break it down. I like to see what part of my income comes from session fees, what part of my income comes from orders, and then any other miscellaneous income that I may have. The IRS also wants to see any returns or refunds that you've had, and they also want other income reported in a separate area if you sold any assets or if you had any interest income. So those are separated out exactly how they're separated on the Schedule C form. So first we need to find our session fee income, and we'll come over to Bento. And I just want to point out, this was in another tutorial, but anytime you enter an invoice, you choose an income account. So in this case, we're looking at session fee income accounts, but this is where, when you're entering your invoices, it's extremely important that you choose one of these categories anytime you're entering any income into Bento. So what we're going to do to find our session fee order income, we're going to use the Smart Collection that's in place for that. And you'll come down here, you'll see that the income category that includes session fee income we'll need to enter the dates for. So you can see I already have Edit Smart Collection selected. That's up here. We're looking at session fee income, and I want this to be session fee income for the year of 2011. So I have January 1st through December 31st of 2011. Enter my dates. Hit the return key. Sometimes this is better to use table view for this. And if I had invoices entered in this sample database, this would now give me a list of all of my session fee income that I've entered for the year 2011. And what I want to take a look at is the total amount due, and I want to make sure that I come down to this summary row and have the sum. So it's going to give me the total of my total due for session fee income. If your summary row is not showing, don't forget this icon here. It hides and shows that summary row. You definitely want to see that. You want to be able to get the total for this column. Whatever this sum is, it's going to give you the total of your session fee income. You come back to your profit and loss, and you write in the number for your session fee income if you're doing this on paper. You can also do this in a spreadsheet if you want to and just type it in, whatever you prefer. I'll give you another example with order income. It's the same concept. You come over here to your Smart Collection. Here I have that Edit Smart Collection already chosen. Order income from January 1st of 2011 to December 31st of 2011. You hit return, and if I had invoices entered, it would bring up a list of all of those invoices. You would head on over to total due. You would make sure you have the sum selected, and the total in this area would then come over to order income. You do the same thing for miscellaneous income, sale of assets, returns and refunds, interest income, all of those. Either in a spreadsheet, you can total it up, or use your calculator if you're writing this by hand. Total your gross sales, do the math here. You come up with your gross income, and you transfer that gross income here to your summary. So that covers how to handle your income on a profit and loss statement to get your totals. If you want to take a look at your expenses, it's the same exact idea. We'll go ahead and go back into Bento and head over to the expenses smart collections. We'll take a look at this first one as an example. I've got that edit smart collection chosen. I want to look at actions and templates, and I want to find out from January 1st of 2011 to December 31st of 2011, what expenses did I have for actions and templates. I would come down here to table view and look at the amount. I would make sure in my summary row that I have sum chosen. It would give me a total. I would come over to the P&L report, come down here to actions and templates, and enter the total there. Same exact concept repeated through all of the accounts. You'd edit that smart collection. Here it's advertising for those dates in 2011. Hit your return key. It would then list all of your advertising expenses for 2011. Come to your amount column. Make sure that summary row is chosen. Click sum, take that total, bring it on over to your P&L report, enter it in for advertising. You would do that for all of your expense lines here. And as an example, car and truck expenses on the Schedule C form has both mileage and vehicle expense breakdowns. You would enter your total here and then again use a spreadsheet or a calculator to get the total amount that they want to see on your Schedule C. Now, as a reminder, with mileage, we need to go back over to Bento, enter your date range, edit your smart collection, January 1st, 2011 through December 31st, 2011, hit enter. It would bring up all of my mileage entries for 2011. I would come over here to my mileage total. I'd want to find out my total number of miles. I would record that in the proper section of Schedule C, multiply that by whatever that current year's mileage reimbursement rate is, and that number would then be transferred over here to mileage on your P&L. Total up all your expenses, bring them here to total expenses, subtract your expenses from your gross income, and that shows you your net profit, or hopefully not your net loss. And you could use this to finish up your taxes and show your accountant. And just to show you here on expenses when you're entering them, we've looked at this in another tutorial, but when you have that expenses form, you're entering your information from your receipt, and here's where you're choosing those expense accounts that are showing up here on both the Smart Collection and on the P&L report. And you're all set.